I did so. But
Yeah.
everything
Mhm.
lung related is worse with her.
Hmm.
Alrighty.
Hey, hey, hey.
How is everyone?
Tip top.
Sorry for the slight delay.
Hopefully,
We
our
who are
viewing
about to
audience
die
is forgiving.
salute you.
Jared, I'd like a little clarification.
Yeah.
Who exactly is in the stockades? Irwin for sure. Who else?
Erwin and Erwin's wife.
Okay,
Shit, what is her name? Give me just a second.
not Irwin's old lady.
Not Erwin's old lady. She is very good friends with Amos's old lady, though. Amos
Not
Moses.
anymore. Not
She
anymore.
was. She was.
Amos Moses, you say?
Yes, Moses' old lady died of the phantasmal force. I dropped the phantasmal force on y'all that time. That's how you do the phantasmal force.
Danica Martikov and Erwin Martikov.
Danica, like Danica Patrick.
That's right.
Yes.
Now, Danica Irwin was a Cajun.
So, is
Sure.
everybody here? I
Mhm.
believe, I believe, I believe we are right. So, as John mentioned, you got Erwin and Danica in the stockades as you are making your way back from wiping out the Wachter house, except, of course, for Stella's brothers. But you've killed the demon. You have killed two devils actually. Killed Fiona Wachter and left their cult in ruins. And as you were making your way back across town, you came to the town square where you'd previously seen citizens in the stockades with animal animal heads on their heads. And lo and behold, you do see Erwin and Danica Martikoff. And before we go any further, let's give Aklis a bottle cap for that fine journal entry.
Tip top, Eccles. Tip top.
Good job, buddy.
Top notch.
Is James here?
Mm-hmm.
I don't hear him.
I was talking and I was on mute. Sorry, guys. Practice from work.
Now, is there? I know. So Danica and Erwin are here. Is there other people here that are just kind of other NPCs, or they are the only two people here, or does it
Uh,
not really matter?
yeah, there's a couple others here. You know, the one guy that was in like had the donkey head on. He's still there. He's been there the whole time. But nobody else that you don't really know who any of these other
Right.
people
But there are other people here.
are. There are a couple other people there. Yes.
Does it look like they've
Are
been
there
here for
guards?
a while?
You don't see any guards. Yeah, one of the dudes has been there since you guys got to town, and
Which
probably
is
been there
several
for
days now.
a little while before that. So very quickly, before we get too much further along, let's see. Henry Heckle is here and not Edward Gide. What about the bestial spirit? Would he be gone
1 hour. He lasts for 1 hour.
1 hour? And you guys wander. You guys stayed. You spent a little time in that the basement, looking around for things. We'll say he's still with you though for a little bit longer.
Just a
What about Wadsworth? What's his deal?
Wadsworth, I mean, he can stay out as long as I want him
So
out
he's
because
out as long
he's
as
a
he's.
device.
He's
Yeah.
not
Okay.
summoned from
Gotcha.
But
magical plane. He is here.
exactly.
Okay.
But
All right.
for sanity's sake, I'm just going to scoop him up and put him in my pocket.
Okay, so I will just quickly add him.
That way, it's one token to move around.
Okay. So we'll just do a little theater of the mind for the moment. Yes, you're in the town square. There they are. You don't see any
Oh,
guards nearby, but
so Saleem
you
asks
do.
a valid question.
What was that?
Just to get it out of the way.
Oh, sure, that will work. That's why he wanted to.
Is that good
That's
movement?
why he skipped out.
Some.
Some bitch.
Yeah.
Okay, you got that, Jennifer? You're on journal.
Okay, got it.
And let's give a quick recap too here. Stella she's got 17 points of damage out of 31. Rev's in pretty good shape with only 6 damage. Miroslav is down half his hit points. Aklis is in a bad way. He's exhausted
Mm-hmm.
and has 8 hit points left. Henry Heckle is in great shape. Y'all is exhausted 2 and down half his hit points.
I'm exhausted 3.
Oh, you are exhausted 3. Yes.
Yeah,
I stopped reading after
shit.
exhaustion 2.
Yeah, I'm beat to shit.
That is brutal.
Oglethorpe is exhausted 1 and down 11 hit points.
He's asleep on his own tensor's floating disc.
I think the poison is only 8 rounds that the bestial spirit had, so we'll take that off. He's down half his hit points, and Saleem is exhausted 1 and down 26 out of 40 hit points. So that's this quick situation, and I know Oglethorpe apparently only has cantrips left. Don't know where the rest of you all are on your spells, but
Cantrips.
that is where we are. Let's find a little better music than this. It's not music. This is just ambient sound. Joe Bob's in trouble.
Nope. Andy has woken up. I'll be back.
God, you can get me started.
I'll give everybody an update that number 1 super fan Sam is here.
What's up,
He
Superfan?
perked up when I just said number 1 super fan. He perked up.
Samwise the Brave.
That's right.
All right, so what do you guys want to do?
Well, Stella's gonna notice that everybody's is looking a little peaked, and she could really use a cat nap herself, and she's gonna offer everyone the use of her house if they'd like to take a quick rest.
Okay.
Well,
Keep in mind your brothers.
I'm not sure going back to the inn is a viable option since the owners are in the stockade.
We might try the church for a rest too.
I think that's on the other side of the whole town.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Does anybody have message that we could speak to Erwin?
I have sending.
Oh, you could
Good
talk
idea.
to Erwin. He's right there. Erwin's right there.
Somebody might be watching for us to get close to him too.
Are there guards about? Can we scan the? Is there a crowd around these stockades? I guess.
I mean, there's people there, milling about the town square, and people that see, Erwin and Danica. It's like they put their heads down and look away. You don't see guards stationed there, but you do know that just from your time in Vallaki and as you've wandered around, there are patrols. So while there may not be a guard in sight at the moment. It's certainly expectation that they might wander by at some point.
What's
Well,
the
might I suggest that a cleric of your stature might want to go pray with these poor sinners?
To whom are you saying that?
To you all.
To y'all.
yeah? What's the lock looking like on the front? Is it a big?
Yeah, it's like a big old padlock on the on the end of the one end of the stockade thing.
All right. I'm deciding. I don't think I've used this yet. So I can look around and see what the other guards look like, right?
There are no other guards.
You don't see other guards.
I would at least know what they look like, though, right?
Oh yeah, they got their little their little Valaki patrol guard uniforms.
All right. I'm gonna use
Burgomaster's face on their shields.
I'm gonna use
Not the Burgomaster's
disguise self and turn into one of the guards.
Okay. Let me do this real quick.
Stella, would you mind attempting to go with this guard here and attempt to unlock those people from the stockholds?
What time of day is it?
I think we determined that it's mid-afternoon.
I don't know if unlocking them in broad daylight.
I walk in their house in mid-morning.
Maybe we try to secure at least a long rest somewhere first, and then try to come back and help them.
I have no problems with going back to the Wagner's house. I mean, if she thought her brothers are just stupid and not part of the whole thing.
All right. Well, you guys discuss where we're gonna go. I'm gonna walk up and talk. Walk up to the cage, look in, and I'm gonna. Hey, it's me, y'all. Can you explain what happened? Like, how did you get in this situation? I'm gonna lean in a bit closer so nobody's really trying to overhear.
Okay. So, Erwin kind of lifts his head up, and you're disguised as a guard, right?
Yeah, but I'm gonna start it off with it's me, y'all, the big werewolf man. I just I can shift a bit. It might help us out a bit. So what happened? I need some context here.
He looks at you kind of very warily, checking you out. As he's trying to decide. Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, God.
You are who you say you are, or you're a guard trying to get him to incriminate himself.
Persuasion? Oh, this shit's gonna
Somebody give guidance, guys.
You do some guidance. You have to give it to him.
That's true. Yeah. Alright. God, my wheel mouse is fucked up on my mouse, and it is pissing me off. Alright. Oh, God.
All right, Aklis is going to do a ascending to Erwin and say, the man next to you is y'all. You can trust him.
You need more proof? We went back, we talked about the Wizards of Wine, we helped save your sons. Don't know how much else I can do to prove it to you here.
Okay.
Drop the 20.
While y'all is up there, can Stella kind of slip on over there and just kind of start messing with the lock while everyone's kind of distracted, with y'all standing there?
Sure.
We may not wish to free them in broad daylight.
So
She can always open the lock, and they can decide what to do at that point.
So after Stella starts playing around with the lock. Get the message comes through from Aklis, and as y'all is talking to them, he says, shortly after you left the inn, the Baron's guards, they came, including Isaac. They said rumors had reached the Baron that I wanted to take over as mayor of the town. It seems people have been talking. I'm not sure who might have said such a thing. They came and they rounded up Danica and I. They brought us here. Said we were to be made an example of what happens. People are treasonous. The boys ran upstairs and locked the door, and I believe they shifted and flew away. But our secret, we must keep our secret safe. We cannot simply vanish in the middle of town. No one else knows what we are.
Does anyone in our group have the ability to cast darkness?
I don't think so.
I don't.
Nope.
Might be a third level spell. I'm not even sure.
Okay, Stella, give me I assume are you trying to be surreptitious about this? Or are you just blatantly going to walk up and start fiddling with the lock? What are you going to do?
Well, she's curious, and she likes to fiddle with stuff, and she sees the lock, and she wants to unlock it.
Okay, so not really trying to hide it then.
Not really hiding it, but not making a big deal out of it either. She's kind of using the distraction that y'all standing there, that nobody will notice her. I mean, she's not wanting people to like notice her doing things. She's kind of being sly about stuff, but yeah, she wants to unlock that lock.
All right, go ahead and give me a stealth check. Even though you're not trying to be particularly stealthy, but I do need it. Okay. Oops. Okay.
We dispatch one of the mayor's enemies, and he comes up with another.
So do we see what Stella's doing? I mean, has she evaded even us? Or, our
no, I don't think she's not really trying to hide it from you guys. The stealth roll is more, is she being noticed by passersby and things of that nature?
I'd like to do a perception check of the crowd to see if anybody has noticed her doing all this.
I think I'd like to do that too.
This exhaustion's going to kill us, literally.
There we go.
Oh, there you go, Rev.
So Rev and Salim and Aklis are looking around, trying to kind of see what's happening. And you see a little rat-faced fella comes around the corner and stops, sees what's going on, and he turns and runs in the other direction.
How is he dressed?
Just dressed like a townsperson.
Colorful or subdued?
He's got a little personality about him, possibly. But he's taken off running. Stella, give me a Thieves' Tools roll.
So he ran away before she did the lock. Yes.
I don't see anyone noticing.
Okay.
Oh, did my 20 saw?
Yeah, your 24 saw that. That's what saw that guy come around, see you all around the square and around the stockade. Around Irwin, and he saw you guys and ran.
Some rat-faced man has seen us. I don't know if you want to tell y'all or Stella to go ahead and come this way and let us leave.
If someone is seen, we must get out of here. We're in no shape to fight again right now.
Agree.
Kate, ask him real quick what we can do to get him out of here. Is he going to stand trial, or has he already been found guilty and this is his punishment? And what's?
Yeah, I'm going to ask him. Did they explain what they're going to do later, or did they just kind of throw you in here and just wait?
They simply said we were to be used as an example, and they slapped us in here. And he kind of looks up at you, and he's got a big bruise over one of his eyes, and his lips kind of puffy. And notice Danica hasn't moved, hasn't even acknowledged that you're all there. And about this time, the lock pops from Stella's machinations.
All right. Aklis would like to send to the oldest child, Erwin's oldest child, asking, first, it's 25 words maximum, so this is Aklis. We met at your father's inn. Are you safe?
Okay.
Quick, lock
Do you
it
have
back.
to see him, or you can just do it to anybody, or how does that work?
Anybody I'm familiar with.
Wow, okay.
And about the time that you hear him responding, yes, we are safe. We are just on the edge of town. And you hear bells ringing in the distance, like an old dinner bell. Like somebody's banging the old triangular dinner bell. It's not like somebody's ringing bells, but somebody's banging this. And
close the locks and let's go.
You hear in the distance, "To the square! To the square!"
Remind me to tie a knot in your tail, kitty.
Aklis reaches down and he looks Erwin in the eye and he says, "I'm sorry," and closes the lock back.
Stella, do you try to stop Aklis from closing the lock back?
Stella's gonna hiss at him. She's pissed.
We have one chance at this.
Jide is going to stick his hand, Heckle. Frail Mr. Henry Heckle is going to stick his hand as he goes to shut it and stick it in there to stop it.
I mean, that guy ran really, really fast to alert everybody. We need to go.
And
Aklis doesn't fight Henry on this, by the way.
He is going to use his last rage. He is going to use his last rage. And you don't know needle or nothing. He just see his eyes just, and he just kind of morphs, and he just grabs both people out of the cage, tosses them over his shoulder, and just here yell, "We gotta go!"
They're not in a cage. They got their head and their wrists through the stocks.
Oh,
so Erwin's lock has been picked, but Danica's lock has not yet been picked.
Okay, can he just rip the lock? He's just going to rip the lock. Rip her lock.
Give me a strength check.
You bet your bippy I will.
Come on, Jide.
And I will have advantage with this because it is a strength check.
Damn, that +8 is crazy.
So you grab hold of the lock and start pulling with all of your might. Where's my music going? Son of a bitch.
If we've got one free, we better go ahead and get them both free and get out of here.
And you pull and you pull and you pull. And it does not. Whoa. There's music. That's pretty fortuitous.
It sounded like it
timing
did something.
on that squeak. It does not open though.
Oh, shit.
I can't believe
Stella's
I'm saying
eyes
this.
light up.
Stella, undo the other lock.
Yeah, her eyes lit up when she saw Jide. So she's gonna kind of saunter on over there and try to help pick that lock as well.
He is going to tell Judge, all you others, go ahead and start making your way to the gate. We got to blow
direction.
As in to leave town?
Well, you said the boys were on their edge of town.
Yeah, but you didn't hear that. Only Aklas knows that.
Oh. Okay.
What direction are these bells coming from, Jared?
What's that?
What direction are these bells coming from, and what same direction that guy ran off, the rat-faced guy ran off?
Yes.
All right,
Which direction is that on the map?
That is, he ran to the south, and you hear them to the south and to the west.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to turn towards everybody else. Just in case shit goes really bad, where are we meeting? Just in case, where should the meeting point be?
I'd say back to the fucking walkers.
Should we go back to the walkers? I'm cool with that.
I'm good at walkers? Okay.
Because I had a plan that if you guys get them and go as a guard, I can stay here and I'll at least try to point them to a wrong direction or something.
Okay, Stella, real quick, give me another Thieves' Tool check. Does not open. Erwin is loose, but his wife is not.
All right.
Is that not a stealth check? No, it's Thieves' Tools. Okay.
And now it's been around, and Jide did not attack or get attacked.
Well, I was getting ready. Oh, hold on. I was getting ready to say, yeah, this is what I was getting ready to come up with. I'm swinging an unbranded meat stick and trying to bust this thing open.
So you're going to bring it down on top of the bar, on the top bar that's closed over Stella Walker's neck, or Danica Martikov's neck. Jesus.
Well, it should be locked on the side, shouldn't it? I would think.
So you're bringing it down on to the lock. Okay, give me an attack roll.
And he's going to do it recklessly.
And you hear the shouting grow nearer.
Oh,
shit.
Fucker.
God damn it.
Okay, you come down on the lock. Roll damage.
Oh, come on. You rusty fucking lock.
We don't see anybody coming yet, right? I'm looking to see if anything's coming from the direction of these bells.
But you do hear more bells ringing, and they're coming from different directions now.
Well,
from more than south and west.
The alarm is as if the alarm has been heard from the other outposts around town, and now are responding.
What's the closest shop to us? We're at the stock. Was that surrounding some of the, like the inn and the toy maker
Well,
and stuff.
the closest place is to the north. Would be to the inn. So here, I'll circle. I'll do some circles.
I mean, we can always go back to the inn. Nothing's stopping us from the inn.
So
is the Wachter house closer than the inn, or is the inn closer?
here's the inn. Here's Blinsky's toys. There's the town square. Coffin maker's shop is right here.
Well, Salim had seen Jide hit the lock, and he was just bringing Trimmer out to do the exact same thing that he did. So if you will allow a second attack on the lock.
Okay, and then the Wachter house is back here.
I'm going to start walking back to the Walkner house. Not rushing, just walking.
Okay. And you know that the Baron's house is right there. The church is all the way out on the far left. So Rev is making his way back to the Wachter house. Salim is attacking the lock. But you may go ahead and give me a roll. Okay, that's a hit. Okay.
Does it look?
It's definitely
damaged.
Hang on just 1 second. What, honey? Can't find your phone. Oh yeah, it's damaged, but it is still there. And about that time, you hear running around, or you hear voices getting close around the corner. Stop! Stop right there! And it's the sound of Izik's voice. Brother! What are you doing? Get away from the prisoner!
Izik, you're just in
He's
time.
treasonous and treacherous!
You cannot let your parents... No, not his parents. You cannot let the Baron do that to these people. You must help us. And he swings again with Trimmer at the lock.
All right.
How far away is Izzy? And who's he
Izzik
with?
is like Izzik would be right in this area, like coming around this corner down here to the south of you.
And we're in the middle of this cul-de-sac or whatever you want to call it.
Yep, you're in the middle of this. You're right here.
Okay.
Scarlet has lost her phone. Now, Danica is still locked. Rev is wandering away. Erwin's refusing to leave Danica. What are the rest of you doing? As now, following Izzik, come about a dozen guards. And then coming from down the north path come another 8 guards. and they begin rushing to you with weapons out.
Bella's going to start wandering towards Raylan.
Okay.
Which way did Raylan go?
They're heading back towards the Walker House. So they're going back up that eastern path, eastern road.
She's kind of pouting. She's not really aware of the danger that's going on. She's just upset that she wasn't able to pick that lock in front of Strahd.
And Raylan never went up to the stockade. He was watching everything from away, so he wasn't close to everybody else.
Does Isaac have people with him, or he's alone?
Yeah, he's got guards with him. He's got like a dozen guards with him. Then there's another 8 guards coming from the north.
I'm thinking.
Do we see the Baron or know where he is?
You don't see the Baron. And while you're doing this, Erwin, quickly, lock me back in, quickly, before this gets violent. And he puts himself back in the stockade.
You're a guard. You can make sure you're secure and lock it.
Yeah.
It kind of rough him up a little bit, make it look good.
Yeah. You slap that lock back on and kind of like push him in.
Slap him in the back of the head.
I'll grab Salim kind of firmly by the shoulder and push him. Get away from the stockade. Move.
Jad, as you feel your rage begin to wear off, what do? Do you throw a javelin at Isaac and the guards, or do you let your final rage of the day?
He is going to take one last swipe at the lock before.
All right.
Daddy didn't raise glitter. Let's see.
Find a map. You hit it.
Shit, damn foreign apple butter.
Well, it just so happens that the previous damage done to it, combined with that minimum damage, is enough to break the lock.
Of course.
And it pops off. And now the prisoners are free. They're telling you to put them, or Erwin's telling you to put them back in the stockades. What do you guys want to do?
Jide spins around and says, "Shut your fucking mouth." Blow this popsicle stand. And he has the wife over the shoulder already, and he is taking off.
Okay. All right.
Aren't they were-ravens? Can't they just fly away?
Well,
They said they don't want to.
They don't want to.
They don't want to.
I really did not. I should have known better. Should have known this is exactly what was going to happen.
Well, especially when we say, "Hey, we don't."
Why
want
would
to
you
do
not
this,
think
and
this is
everyone
gonna
consistently then continues rolling forward.
So let me find a map here that's going to be adequate for what we needed to do. As Isaac yells out, "Brother, I am so sorry. You have broken the law. This'll do. You are
Where is
under
Oglethorpe
arrest."
and all this? Just as a.
What's that?
Where is Oglethorpe and all that?
Oglethorpe he's wiped. He's spent. He's tired. He's waddling around.
He's waddling
amongst you all.
He's still navigating the stairs up from the basement.
Yeah, exactly.
Stairs.
And Isaac shouts out, "You're under arrest, brother."
Aklis will shout back, "Lady Wachter is dead at our hands. We did this at your master's bidding." Do not do this.
All right. Give me a before I place these 24 guards and Izek on the combat tracker. Give me a persuasion roll.
How
Persuasion
close?
check.
I was gonna say, how
Boy.
close to? Oh shit!
Very not persuasive. Like it didn't matter. If you could give me a guidance and +4 wouldn't help that roll.
Right.
Do we have anybody who's charismatic?
Me?
That's not exhausted.
My charisma's crap. My dump stat.
I've got a 16
I mean,
charisma.
mine's-
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the
Well, it's not my dump stat actually. I lied. It's 12. I could try to say something, I guess. But
Jide's
I can give
charisma
myself
is much more
guidance
than his
and
number.
So basically,
it would make
Izek
sense
comes
in this
forward.
case though that Salim would talk to Izek, in my opinion.
Yeah. Izek says, "I'm sorry, brother. You must gather your friends and come with us. Complete your case to the Baron. I am sure. If indeed Lady Fiona Walker is dead, perhaps he will have lenience on you. But the Martikovs, they must stay. Their sentence has been decided. They plotted against the Baron.
No, they did not. I yell across
yell
the
across the
town
court.
square.
Salim grasps Trimmer with both hands and he marches right up into Izek's face, and he takes it and he hits him in the chest with it, like, here, take this. If this is really the course of action, the life that you want, I cannot be part of it. Take me to your leader. And he hands him Trimmer.
Okay.
Is there anywhere for me to hide or what's around me? Where am I and what's
I mean, you
around
guys
me?
are out in the middle of the town square. I guess you could hide behind somebody that's in one of the other stockades.
There's no buildings, there's no
You'd have to make it like a run for the building. You're out in the middle of the street and in the middle of the stockade, in the middle of the town square.
At this time, I'm sure my rage is wore off, correct?
Yep.
and how far is that?
You're. Pull that map back up. I mean, you're probably 30 to
How
40
far
feet
would
from
I
the
have to
nearest
get
building.
before I could get out of sight of Izek and his guards? That's what I want to know.
How far would you have to go?
Yeah.
30 feet.
Okay.
Would I have been able to get far enough away or anything? Because I said it as soon as I got her out, I took off running. Would I was able to?
So you kept on running
Well,
after Salim started talking to him?
I mean, I was taking my exact words were as soon as I got her out, she just went over my shoulder and I just took off running.
Okay. All right.
I didn't know how far I would have been able to get before. Like if I would have been able to get like wisely enough, if I would have got far enough, I would have tried to duck in behind somewhere because I knew I wouldn't be able. Echo would have known, or Jide one would have known that his rage was going to wear off.
Okay. So I'm going to put everybody on a map here. It's not the best map for what I want, but
I will be picking a baby out of a bathtub real quick though and taking her ready for bed. So give me one moment.
Right.
You've done enough, Joe.
Tits on a boar.
He's created this mess almost single-handedly.
Yeah. All right.
I know you're putting us on a map. I want to try one more thing when you're done.
Yep.
He didn't do this by
And this
himself.
again, this map is not entirely representative of what's going on, but it's what we got. So I'm going to say Rev has probably made it up to here.
I can't see him.
I know
I
Oglethorpe
know
was worn
you
out,
can't.
so can I say I was dragging him with me?
Now, Miroslav, you were up near the stockades, correct?
Yeah, and I was, and then I was never really involved with talking to them or dealing with the locks. I was just kind of watching, doing perceptions and watching around. And then when the bell started ringing, I was looking in those directions.
And you see Jide, or you see Henry Heckle. You see Jide transform back into Heckle while carrying Danica Mardukov,
Danica.
and with his Heckle strength of 8, he falls down with her, drops her.
Oh. Is Erwin still there?
Yeah, I'm getting it. Y'all. You were right up in the mix.
Yep. But I look like one of the guards currently.
Oglethorpe is with Reverend. Salim, you went marching off towards Izek. All right.
You think Joe's ever going to play a character that doesn't just always kick the door in?
Nope.
No.
It's who he is. It's what he does. Now, all right. Let me get guards.
I just play me in real life. Every character.
You stick with what you know, right?
I like the fact that you're consistent, Joe. Steady and reliable.
Wins the race. Something like that, I've heard.
So just to be clear, you're building a map and none of us can see it yet. Is that right?
Right.
Okay.
Does this mean that this turn of events was rather unexpected?
Well, I mean, yes and no. I thought maybe you
You're
wouldn't do
expecting to
this.
do it right now.
Or you thought we'd be more successful at it? Obviously, you should have known better.
I should have known. I should have.
I mean, these guards got here in 24 seconds or less. I mean,
Better
it's pretty
prepared.
impressive.
Yeah, it's high alert. High alert status.
Atlas is going to give Stella his most stern, fatherly face and say, "You've been a bad kitty."
I would have preferred to have waited for nightfall, but once it started, I figured in for a penny, in for a pound. So, what are you gonna do?
Not as well.
All right. So, Joe Bob, were you here when I said that Heckle's or the Giant's rage wear off, and he and Donica fell to the ground because he couldn't carry her any longer?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
He's here for the fuckery.
All right.
Yeah.
Everybody see that?
Yeah.
I am not in front of a computer right yet.
Okay. Oh, I need to get Erwin and Danica on the map.
It looks as promising as every other fight we've been in, Joe. Don't worry.
Yeah, if you're scared, go to church.
I look forward to more levels of exhaustion. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Please, after
How
all
many
this other
does y'all?
Columbia
You've
you're
got
not
3
going to try
levels
to
right
fight
now,
them all.
Yeah, we got 3 currently.
and then 4 basically you're bedridden, right? You can't move at all.
Yeah, I'm
5
already.
you're dead.
I believe so. But luckily, I look like one of the guards right now. So
Well, that's an unhappy baby.
I should have disguised myself like you guys. I should have disguised myself like you guys beat the shit out of me.
Hey, by the way, Cade and Joe Bob, could you not
Yes,
talk
sir.
any sense into your cousin Eli? Going and getting himself engaged. What the hell?
Listen, yeah, I don't. I think he's along for the ride in that.
He
That
ain't calling the shots.
situation.
That's for damn sure.
No.
Oh, they've done been here at our house today. He's just along for the ride.
Poor dumb bastard. Where did they go?
See.
I can't get Erwin and Danica on the map for some reason. There we go. We're on the combat track.
Yep.
So he's. Oops.
Maybe if we go to jail, we can at least get a rest.
All right, so Danica is down here with Heckle.
I really hope all this was unnecessary. Hopefully, we don't try to fight 30 yards.
And Erwin is here in the stockade. All right. There we go. That's what we got. What
Do y'all
are
see it? Do y'all see Arwen?
Erwin
right
is
above
right
me.
above y'all.
Yeah. Oglethorpe and I will find the nearest bench and just sit down.
Okay.
I need to change. Isaac is no longer friendly. All right, let's roll initiative.
What?
Let's roll initiative.
Oh shit!
To see what happens.
Oh, I like this knot.
For that page.
There's so much on the map. We got to have initiative, or else I'll never. It'll never work right.
Oh bitch.
All right, Stella, you are up first. As you see Isaac Strasny and a bunch of the Baron's guards. Isaac, who I would imagine was involved at one time or another, maybe multiple times, escorting you from your home to the Baron's mansion to meet Victor, probably watching over your visits at times, and other times turning a blind eye to the abuse that you may have suffered. You see things going to hell here. What do you do?
Um, I think Stella is um she was, did you say at one time that she was fond of the Baroness, that the Baroness was kind to her?
The Baroness was kind to her, yes.
Okay, then um
She's hard.
I'm sorry.
You know, the Baroness was just kind of vapid and, not really, she was kind because she's just kind of a clueless person. She was kind yet oblivious to anything you may have been enduring. It's not like she was like, oh, you poor girl. It was like, oh, you sweet girl. That sort of thing. If that makes sense.
Yes. So I think Stella is looking around, and she's kind of seeing that they're not in the best situation all around, and I think she's going to ask Isaac if he can take them to see the Baroness, uh, because her mother has died, and these men were sent by them, and that she thinks that they should be able to talk to the Baroness.
Okay. Give me a persuasion check.
You said persuasion?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fudge.
Okay. It is
It's a
Danica's
+8.
turn. And Danica, who just tumbled to the ground with Henry Heckle, stands up, brushes the dust off her dress, and holds her hands up in the air and puts them behind her head and says, Isaac Strasny, we want no trouble here. We did not ask to be freed. These people did it upon their own accord. They're just trying to be helpful. They don't understand. They don't understand our ways. They do not understand the laws and the rules here in Vallaki. We want no trouble with you and your men. Please, I will go back into the stockades if that is what you wish. And she just stands there waiting. Isaac Strasny. As you shove the hammer into his chest, and it hits him with a pretty good thump, he stands up a little straighter and then leans in towards you. There's a flash of anger reaches over his face, and he reaches up his clawed appendage and puts it up in your face, attempting to point at you, but it's a fucking lobster claw. He says, Brother, you are under arrest, and you will come with me quietly, and your friends will come with me quietly, or they will face the consequences.
Do what you want.
And
Do what you must, Isaac. But the
okay, and
last
he
time we...
basically
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
go ahead. I'd say so. He basically starts to put your hands behind your back, and he's pulling out like this little cuff that he's gonna put your hands in like a little rope handcuff thing.
The last time we were together, and we spoke. I thought I saw a flash of humanity in your eyes, the beginning of maybe the thought that you were starting to understand that the people you work for are not good people. But I see that I was wrong. And don't ever call me brother again because Mother would not approve of this.
Sorry, my mic cut out. Who would not approve of this?
Our mother.
Okay.
In the distance, you hear the voice of Don Knotts. Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck you, Ange.
So he basically, he's got your hands behind your back. He's putting those little cuffs on you, and he says, "Do not understand, brother. You do not understand. But you have killed the Wakta. You will be okay. I feel sure of it. The Baron is a good man, but you cannot free the Martikos. They conspired against him. You must come with me to explain yourself. But you will come with me, and your friends will come with me." And that's his turn. And basically, I'm not going to do it all, but all these guards are going to move their 30 feet closer, to you guys. And Erwin puts his head and his hands back in the stocks, and he looks up to Aklis and y'all and Miroslav. "One of you, lock me up quickly before this devolves." Henry Heckle, you've told him to fuck off. Now what?
Oh, sitting here contemplating how I want to roll with this. I mean, essentially, are they on their way to cuffing? He's going to look at Danica here.
Basically, these guys have all come. They've moved. I'm just going to move them all in that direction. All the guards on their turns are moving, double move or otherwise. They're just heading in your way. So yeah, so they're advancing. What do you do?
He'll kind of look up to Danica because I said he's face planted on the ground. He'll kind of look up to her for some type of this hope or anything. And he sees, she's just pretty much given up for the moment. And he just kind of sinks his head and holds his hands up too after screaming, "Fuck you," and just holds up and goes, "Well, I was the one who killed the Walker lady. Let me go ahead and tell you, this group here couldn't do nothing. For 3 weeks, they couldn't do nothing. And here it come in 5 minutes time, one attack roll. She's gone. I did it. I did it all. I have carried everyone here."
All right.
He is just ready to be arrested because he is just going to tell. He's ready to tell his story.
Okay. Zlatan Miroslav.
Izzy, we are travelers in your town. We did not seek you out, and Salim had no way of knowing that he would find family here. This man that we travel with is a psychiatrist, and by no means should be trusted. For decades beyond count, I have been a cleric and a physician. Never throughout my residency or else my private practice have I known a psychiatrist to ever be anything other than erratic and his own best customer. Having said that,
Bullshit.
we have done as your father asked. And only after we completed his task did we find our friends and our innkeeper in these stockades. We only wanted to help. We did not know that it was felonious to request an application to run for mayor in this town, which seems odd. Nevertheless, won't you take us to a hearing with the Burgermeister? There's no need for an arrest. Last we saw him, we were doing his bidding and we were on good standing. Why must now we be arrested?
Okay.
Blacklist leans in,
Anything
says,
else?
"You may want to clean the blood off your chin."
This blood that you see on me is blood spilled at your father's request. The Burgermeister's request for this blood to be spilled. With my own hands have I done it. We do not have a dog in this fight. This town holds very little meaning for us. We did not wish to enter the affairs of the politics, and yet we have done so on his behalf. We have done his bidding. Even this blood that you see on me is at his request.
Okay. As guards move closer into you, one of them is kind of listening to what you're saying. Didn't mean to break the law. You let prisoners out of the stockades.
I have done no such
Who
thing.
the hell did you think put them there? Their neighbors? And he starts, surrounding you and you coming in on you. And
are you not their neighbor? Who has done it?
The Baron has ordered it, and so shall it be. And they just continue to circle around. Your shadow should be hidden. So that's, yep. Reverend Raylan.
I will go towards them, I'll raise my hands and go towards them to be taken control of, and I'll also say to Isaac, well, if we can prove that Mr. Markov was not inspiring revolution or any of those things, then we will also be free for not freeing a prisoner, because he would not technically have been a prisoner. We would like to talk to the Baron.
He was a prisoner.
I understand that. I'm talking like in future. When we prove that he was not after the Baron's job, then we shall probably be let be as well. I was the one that told at the gates of the manor when you were about to attack the people, I was the one that told the people to go to the inn, to speak to Erwin, to maybe be a voice to talk to the Baron about any issues that were coming up. He was not looking for leadership.
Okay. Now we go to Salim. It's back to you. You've been. Oh wait, sorry. Sorry, it's Aklis' turn. Salim's after Aklis.
Aklis is going to step forward and lock up Erwin Mardikov.
Okay.
And he'll say, "We will get you from this one way or another." But as he's doing that, he does one more sending, if you'll allow it.
Okay.
To the Baron.
Mm-hmm.
He says, because we know each other, he will know that it's me, according to the spell. And he will say, "I offer Lady Wachter's corpse as proof. It is in her basement. Isaac, means to take your mantle.
All right.
And he can reply if he chooses.
Okay. You hear a bit of a chuckle. Give me a deception check.
Let me find it here. God, I hate exhaustion. Double eights.
Double eights.
I'll tell you, it might be pretty low. He's paranoid about everything.
That's what I was trying to take advantage of.
Yeah.
He seems to be looking for enemies, right?
You just hear a bit of a chuckle on the other side of that message.
That is not a good sign.
Okay.
All right. That was Aklis. So Erwin is now locked up again.
Everyone's locked up. Okay. And now it is Salim's turn.
Salim just continues to stare straight ahead into Izik's eyes, just sorrowfully, like his heart is broken by this and all that's going on. Izik, just take us to your master, and he kind of spits the word master out. And to clarify one thing that Dr. Zlatan Miroslav said, we do have a dog in the fight, and his name is Y'all.
And he's a good dog.
He's a good
I'm the
boy.
best boy.
All right.
And y'all's not even here, supposedly. Presumably.
That is true.
That's right.
That is true.
If he was, I would toss him a kibble.
Oh, well, in that case, yeah, hell yeah, I'm here. Disguise self's gone.
Nobody
Okay,
said
y'all, what
anything
do you
about
do?
kibble.
You're dressed up as a guardsman, and you notice a couple of the guardsmen as they get closer to you, they're looking at you a little sideways.
I'm going to turn back towards Erwin. Are you sure you're going to be okay?
I'm fine. We will get through this.
All right. And then I'm going to step. This exhaustion fucking sucks.
You should die less.
Touche. Too fucking shay. I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna reach out to Stella, and then kind of like give her a small wink beforehand, and then reach out to her, and be like, I'm gonna grab her by the hand and give her guidance. But when I do it, I'm gonna pretend. Take a step back from the blockade. Step back from the prisoner. It's kind of like give her a small little push away, but give her guidance while I do it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to kind of put myself in between Erwin and some of the other guards. That'll be my turn.
So not dropping your disguise. So give me a deception check.
This is going to go swimmingly. Yep. Yep.
Okay. Noted. Oglethorpe walks up next to. I guess he'll just come up here next to. He waddles up, hobbles up to next to Reverend Raylan. All right. So now we've gone through one round. So you guys are giving yourselves up. You're going to go willingly with Izik and the guards.
Yep.
Okay.
I guess.
So they basically swarm all around you all. And start marching you through the streets. And you come to the Baron's mansion. Find that. What's that?
That asshole. Chuckling at my sending.
All right. Master Baron. I can't keep track of all these.
You can get rid of Bestial Spirit 3580 if you want.
Okay. So as you make your way, basically the guards all come in. They follow you follow you to the house, and they essentially surround the house and just set up watch outside on high alert. The front door stays open as they bring you into on the ground floor and march you up the stairs and into the Baron's office. So let me get that. All right. So they're gone. And you see the big giant mastiffs again. They are flanking the edges of the doors and the hallway. Oh. Actually, I'm just gonna. We'll just do this. So they take you up to the Baron's office, the study, the library, where you guys met with him last time. He's sitting behind his desk again. Stella, you weren't here last time. So we'll be right here. Oh, the sounds keep cutting out. It's Latin. Baron. I want to get you on this map, and I'll let you all put you where you want to be.
I want to be in a long rest.
So, are we shackled, or we're just being escorted, or
You got little rope. Imagine zip tie handcuffs, but they're little ropes, and they've got a little fancy slip knot on them. And your hands are behind your back, but they have not taken any of your weapons. Salim Isaac has actually clipped your hammer back onto your belt. Okay, so 1, 2. All right, that's everything. All right, so here's where we are now. Back in the office, and again, you got some of the guards came inside. They're out in the hallway. You passed the mastiffs out in the hallway. Isaac is standing right there by the open door, and that is what is going on. And Isaac actually comes in, whispers, or bends over the desk, says a couple things to the Baron, and Baron looks a little startled, and then gets a kind of a little sneer on his face. Are y'all hearing the music at all?
Nope.
No.
What the hell happened? It was playing? No, it's not. Okay, so anyway. Yeah. Isaac tells me you claim to have dispatched Fiona Wachter. And then, after doing such a mighty and wonderful deed for the village of Vallaki, you proceeded to free the Martikovs, an enemy of the state. He conspired to take my job and overthrow my family.
And who told you this?
Explain yourselves.
Who told you that they were trying to take over your town?
Yeah, I have.
Was
my
it
eyes
minions
and
of the
ears.
Wagner?
I have my eyes and ears everywhere in this town.
Well, before we stepped before you the first time, there was a mob at your gate. And I simply tried to dissuade everyone from violence. And I sent them to the inn. So hopefully Erwin could maybe tell you of some of the problems coming from some of your constituents here. In case, having a voice for the public to talk to you. He did not seek out any sort of leadership. I sent people to him during that day when there was so much uncertainty.
So you say. However, I see what you are really about. Because yes, while you were gone dealing with the Zawaktas, well, some of my eyes and ears, my little birdies, they came to me. And yes, they did in fact tell me. Yes, it was not Zawaktas, it was my very own birdies, who told me that it was you yourselves that conspired with the Martikovs and suggested that he should be the mayor, that he should rule the Vallaki. Well, it became so very clear. What do you want? First, you get in my good graces. You get me. Yes, you get me to authorize the execution of the Wachters. And then he looks up at Stella and he kind of looks surprised. Well, Fiona Wachter at least. You take out the head of the Wachter family, and now you would come here and march against me with the Martikovs. Yes, yes, that is clearly. It is a grand conspiracy. The Martikovs have you eliminated, because yes, we do know you spent much time with the Martikovs. And then you come here, eliminate
We
the
were brought
Wachters,
here.
and now you will attempt to eliminate me and set up your puppet, Martikov. I see. Or are you his
We were brought
puppets?
to your door by Ezek. We were not. We were going to tell you of our success and looking for the other two Martikov children, or the other two Wagner children, boys. They were not at the house.
See, you have not even completed your job. No.
We were taken captive. We could not complete the job.
You were taken captive because you tried to free the Martikovs. Why would you
I
stick
still
your
don't have any
nose
evidence.
in such a business? Why would you do such a thing? Do you think they just put themselves there and got stuck? Did they put their heads through the stair railing and just got stuck like a silly little kitty cat or a child? No. Who else would put them there but me? Explain that to me. How could you see them there as prisoners and not think, they must have committed crimes against the state? Who else would put them there besides me and my good, dear, sweet Isaac? Who else? Did you stop to think for any moment of time?
Honestly, the person that tried to free Danica was not thinking. He rarely thinks. He just acts. That is the truth.
Well,
He is a
hell yeah.
psychiatrist.
I think
I think Stella's the one that freed Erwin.
Well, they don't know that.
I
I mean,
know
did
she
he know specifically? Did who? Like they weren't there to see who actually freed who.
Well, what they know is that several of you were up around the stockades where the Mardikovs were,
Yeah.
and then Erwin was loose, and Danica was loose.
on my back.
So and yeah, in a
Yeah.
tumble with Hyde, or Jide, but I think it would stand to reason that they thought you were all involved, with the possible exception of you and Oglethorpe, who were further away, but maybe could have just been standing guard.
I didn't do anything, to be fair. I don't mind being thrown in,
Yeah, I
but
mean,
I didn't do anything.
But you did not. But you were up there with, I mean, it's a madman, knowing that his prisoners have been released, and you guys were right there.
Well, I do not know what we can say to appease you, sir. There are shadows everywhere, and I don't, We saw friends in need, and some of us, misguided or not,
So
attempted to help
the
them.
Mardikovs are your friends. I thought I
They
was
gave
your
us
friend.
good food at their inn. They served the inn very well.
Yes, at the inn where you conspired to take over the town.
Oh, if I only had one more rage left right now.
You wish you had one more rage left? That would be something.
Oh God, it'd be fantastic right now. I could do so. I could really get us in a pickle, but
Isaac tells me you have done a great service. Yes, you have. Misguided or not, at my direction or Erwin Motkov's, you have at least eliminated Fiona Wagner. Tell me your tale. Perhaps I will find leniency. And explain this one and why she is here. And he points, without looking at her, points at Stella.
But we arrived at the house, and we sat with Fiona Walker and let her speak. And she, of course, wanted us to attempt to murder you. We said no, and then she disappeared, invisible like. I think we saw an imp at one point. We searched through the house and found Stella locked in her room, unaware to get out, a little frail and disheveled, like she had been locked in there for quite a while. We freed her and said, "Would you like to get out of your house and be free?" And she said, "Yes, please." So we assisted her, and we went to the basement where there was a bunch of skeletons. And then we went and saw a big summoning circle on the ground where 5 cultists summoned demon and attacked us. And so we killed some skeletons, some cultists, 2 bearded devil demons that she was summoning. She definitely was trying to kill you and take over the town. So we stopped that. And we had there were some Strahd coins in her house and all sorts of, cloaks of evilness and whatnot. And we were like, she must be dead. We must kill her, and so we did.
I'm
And
the one who did it.
Stella helped. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Supposedly he came in at 1 minute and murdered her, and then I believe Stella.
None of us saw that happen. That's all hearsay.
I ripped
It's
her
a
And
face
myth.
off, and
It's a myth.
I ripped her. I ripped her
Stella
face
was
off
also
in
missing
one
at that
turn.
time, so Stella was also missing at that time, so perhaps she murdered her own mother because she was being held captive.
It is documented in the journal that I was the most valuable player in that combat. Whatever it says in the journal is always right. So you have hired us to be vigilantes, and we have performed as you have requested. What are your intentions to us now?
We are attempting, of course, as well. We are, as you can see, we are tired and beaten after doing something for this town, and we were clearly maybe not thinking at the time after being so close to death.
We have done what you could not.
He sits down in his chair.
Do I need any persuasions or?
Just a second. And he looks up at each of you in turn. And then lastly, he looks at Stella. And he says, Izik, do you think this young lady, do you find her attractive? Izik? Because as you know, and he starts speaking to all of you again, we intended to marry our Victor to Miss Stella, to strengthen the bond between our two families. Alas, my son conspired against me, and that did not happen. Her brothers still walk the streets of this town and carry much influence. Perhaps an arranged marriage of Stella and Izik.
No, 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 no.
Atlas steps up. His back is up at this. Like, oh, hell no. This is not happening.
And then he just continues to go on. As for what I will do with the rest of you. Yes, well, yes, you did a valuable service. And for that, you will not face the executioner's axe. However, some time in the cells would do you very good. Perhaps
I could
30
use 8
days.
hours and to level up.
Perhaps 30 days. If you do not wish to, spend 30 days in prison,
Man, we can get really rested up.
perhaps you could show your loyalty to me, and you could be the executioner for the Mardikovs. And you, cleric, looks at Rayland. You would make a wonderful officiant for the wedding between Stella and Izik. So, what will it be? Prison? Freedom. And a show of loyalty. Or shall we just kill you here and now?
Stella's gonna she's gonna start kind of crying a little bit, and she's gonna start pleading with the Baroness and the Baron. I did everything Victor wanted. I did everything he commanded. I picked the lock. I picked the lock. I wanted to pick the lock. Victor always wanted me to pick locks. I like picking locks. I picked the lock. They didn't pick the lock. I don't want to marry Izik. And she's just kind of starting to like panic and just crying hysterically, begging not to marry Izik. And pointing out that the group did what they were supposed to do. They killed my mother. They did what you asked. It was me that picked the lock. They didn't pick the lock. I picked the lock. They didn't pick the lock. She just keeps repeating herself over and over again.
Well, obviously the girl can't speak for herself. She must have a male family member here to decide these matters between her and Isaac.
That is so. As an ordained minister, I can say that that is the truth. It is folly to imagine that this woman could have a say in her own nuptials.
Yes, that does make sense to me.
Nonsense. Why are we talking about this?
Isaac, call the guard. Have them bring the Wachter brothers. We will decide this here and now. So, we will have her married off to Isaac and strengthen the bond between our two families. Because, as we know, young Stella, your brothers are simpletons and fools. They are greedy and debaucherous and spend all of their time in the cups. They do not care about you, and unlikely that they care about your mother. But yes, they could be dangerous to me. Perhaps, dear Stella. Yes. Perhaps another use for you. Perhaps you would like to kill your brothers and show your loyalty to me. Yes?
If I kill my brothers, do I have to marry Isaac?
We shall see. But I think perhaps not. Perhaps we could make an arrangement. You eliminate your brothers. And the rest of you eliminate the Martikovs. Then I will let you leave, along with Stella. You may take her with you.
It is not Stella's place to decide who she will marry. Her eldest brother should be here. Isaac, can you go and find her brothers and bring them here?
Isaac yells down the hall. George, go get to walk the boys. And you hear somebody running off down the hallway. Come on, we gotta go get the Walker boys. They're probably at the inn.
The inn is closed.
So anyway, they scurry off. So basically, so he's basically saying if Stella will essentially execute her brothers, cold blood, and you all will act as the executioners for the Martikovs. He'll let all of you guys.
So none of our talks we could have tried to persuade him otherwise.
That's where we are right now.
Wouldn't their offspring be lovely? Crab arms and long fluffy tails.
Yeah, this guy, the Baron's too far into paranoia and madness. I feel like he's definitely feeling his grip on the town slip after the whole crowd outside of his house.
I want to ask the Baron. Would you take me in the place of the Markovs? I feel I have put them in a position to where they have your ire and you're calling for their death when I do not believe that they are guilty of the crimes you accuse them of. I believe that I might have accidentally started something I shouldn't have, so take me instead. They were not conspiring. They were trying to run their inn, and we came into town and told people to go to them instead of telling them to go to you for leadership, and that was my mistake.
He stands up, and he's a tall, pretty good sized fella. And he walks around his desk. You notice that his wife has just been sitting in a chair, just kind of looking down the whole time, and every now and then she kind of mumbles something really, really like super quietly that even Celine, who's right next to her, can't hear. And then he walks around over to you. How very noble. You and your fancy clothes and robe. Quaint little brush that keeps your clothes so clean. Yes, yes. Very noble indeed. Why should taking your life? Why should I allow that?
I
And
just
as
told you.
y'all
I mean,
looks
can I not do
over,
it?
y'all looks as y'all steps up behind him. Isaac steps forward.
Okay, I'm gonna
So,
I'm gonna
did I?
drop the disguise self since if I still had it the whole time. So now you said how tall was Baron?
He's not as tall as you.
Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of stand over him and just kind of watch there and kind of give a side eye to Isaac while he continues his spiel.
I just didn't know if that I could have done a persuasion check when I'm talking. I
You
haven't
can
been
give
able
a
to roll
persuasion
anything
check.
to try to
You
talk.
can give a persuasion check. Okay. And as you look up at him, you can just see his eyes are like bug-eyed, his eyes wide, and they're like looking around in every direction. Even when he's focused on you, they're still always darting this way and that and coming back to you. He says, "It is very noble indeed. Yes, but you, the people of this town, do not look to you as a potential leader. They look to the Matakovs as the potential leaders. And I am the leader. I am the one who has kept them safe so many years. It's been me."
I don't know. Now that we have come and killed this person and scared off Strahd and all these things, people are looking to us as leaders. I mean, we have talked to many of the people, so we're
How
trying to
well?
help you out by getting, becoming more, leaders about the town and, making them look to you because we work for you.
You believe the people, they look to you? Oh, he kind of
Do you not have?
his shoulders slump a little bit, goes back around and sits back down, kind of plops back down. You are right. It is not the Maltakovs that want my job. It is all of you. You want to replace the Walkers? You want to replace me? You want to replace the Maltakovs? You want to blackmail yourselves.
Listen to yourself. Your paranoia is eating you alive.
Do you not have captains that you want to be leaders for your people and your other your army? What is the difference between us being leaders to the people under your leadership? Like it's a hierarchy here, sir.
Yes, but I know. I know the people. My gods. I know that Isaac and my gods and my dogs. They are loyal to me and no one else.
Next thing you know, you're going to think your wife is getting it on with Isaac. I mean, I see them looking at each other.
I have seen this. It is true.
And Isaac.
It is known.
What do you say? What? No. She is like my mother. You are sick. You are sick in the head.
She sees how you've been losing it.
I think he's the stepmother.
You've seen those.
I got that, Echoes. Thank you.
You see those stepfathers out of town, and he, The mother has known me, and
Izek. Izek, come. And then he says, wait, the voice in my head. It's a voice in my head earlier. It said, what did it say? Izek. Izek, you want my job? Izek? Izek. Could it be? He looks down to Salim and he points in Salim's direction. Izek. You call this one brother? Prove, Izek. Prove your loyalty to me, Izek. Execute him. And we'll take a break because my dog's going crazy. Give me a.
Oh, I thought that was y'all.
It was me. I'm foaming at the mouth right now.
And I'll have a roll for that here in just a second. Let me take Addie out. You guys get drinks, and we will reconvene just less than 5 minutes.
All right.
Okay. Come on, Addie.
Guys, I just say we just kill him. Fuck this.
I mean, if we
we're
can
not gonna
talk,
harass him with it.
Isaac's now in a do or die situation, kind of.
Well,
So
I'm going to rush the Baron and force him up into the corner. And everybody just start. I mean, we're all tied up, right? So what else can we do?
yeah, I'll try to stand in between
I
Isaac.
can get out of my binds. It takes me an action, but I can do it. Also, if we bombard him, my shadow can jump off of me and have a go at him.
Yeah, I'll just try to body in between Isaac and you whenever you rush him if you can. Try to do as much as I can here.
Just gonna do
Yeah,
it.
you will do that.
I'm
Try to
beat
be
to
like
shit.
Howard
So.
Hughes.
Yeah, I'm just
I'll
gonna
get
be
the
a big.
wife.
I'll be a big wall. Much as I can. It's about all I can do right now with everything I got.
I mean, I've got
Yeah,
32 hit points, or 30, or I'm only taking 6, so I can get up there and at least try to, shillelagh cane him. Maybe.
You got to get your hands free, though. That's the thing.
I say go for the wife and try to take him, position him for that, because she's going to be easier to manhandle.
He doesn't even. I don't even know if she gives a shit. I don't know what her deal is.
Once as it comes in, we
Yeah.
need to block the door at least.
Right. I'm gonna try to at least body him.
I don't know. What do you guys agree? We're not getting out of this room without a combat, right? I mean, we got to kill this fucker. We're not gonna take any deals and
I'm not.
whatever.
If I didn't have exhaustion and could at least have somewhat faith in my strength, like push, I'd just push Isaac out of the way and try to blockade that. But I know I'm not gonna win that.
I'm probably going to walk up to him and say, free me, and I can help you stop Izzy.
All right.
I can't believe it. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no, it's nothing.
It was something.
I was gonna say I can't believe Heckle used his last rage on a lock.
I was when he did it. I was thrilled. I was so excited.
I bet.
It was the Heckle thing to do.
I think so.
I mean, I thought Heckle was supposed to be smarter than Jide. I mean,
But he gets caught up in the heat of the moment. I mean, think of Barney Fife here.
Mm-hmm. I think it's
he's very emotional.
I think you played it.
The
exactly
difference
right.
is though, the difference though is usually in D&D 5e when you're a barbarian, you're still a badass even when you're not raging. Whereas in this case, Henry Heckle is not a badass when he's not raging.
He is absolutely nothing.
That's the difference.
He is a nobody. The worst NPC you could ever ask for.
It is significant.
Well, now that's all we got.
All right. So
So as soon
break
as
the
the
vial and
Baron,
lick
as
that
soon
shit.
as the Baron says, tells Izek to execute me, Salim is going to run full force into the Baron and try to just inflict any kind of damage he can, a headbutt, a knee, a shoulder,
All
anything
right.
into him, and try to push him to the north.
So you're gonna Green Knight him.
Sure.
You got both arms
What?
tied behind your back, and you're going after him with both
Black
your
Knight.
arms off, basically.
Yes.
Black Knight, sorry.
As soon as Salim starts to do that, I'm gonna place myself in between Izek and wherever he pushes him. Kind of almost box out Izek.
Okay, so Izek's down here, so you want to go this way then.
Well, I didn't know if Salim was trying to push him north into that corner.
Okay, so you're going. Salim's going this way.
Right.
All right. Okay, so you take off running, and y'all moves, it reacts. So do that, and then we will roll initiative. So give me an unarmed attack roll against the Baron.
Oh, I have a 0
Not
initiative.
no, not. Oh, that's your initiative. Okay, 0 initiative.
That's
So Salim, give me your unarmed attack roll.
Exhaustion's so fun.
I don't know what
Can
the
you not
plus.
Can you not target the here? That's okay. Obviously, is ace. So you go and you run you like try to body slam him, and you like kind of go over the desk, and Lydia kind of pushes out of the way, and you run into him. Actually, we're going to do that as an opposed strength check. So give me a strength check instead, and I'm going to give, and then I'll roll his strength check.
Drop to 20.
Drop the 20.
jeez. Oof.
So you run into him and you hit him. Your arms are still tied behind your back, and you don't manage to push him. You just kind of slam into him.
All right.
All right, everybody except for y'all roll initiative.
Do I get to try to untie my bonds?
Yes,
or
and I
no?
want you to roll a what do I want you to roll? I
Oh,
guess
why
it's a
couldn't I have
dex
done that?
check.
Could we not have all been doing that when as soon as Selim we saw him run forward? I would
Could you
have
not
tried
all
to
be
get out
doing
of
what?
him. Well, I was thinking as soon as I saw Selim go, I would have tried to undo my bonds as well.
Okay, that's fine.
So what type of binds are they? Are they
Rope.
The rope.
the rope?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I were
Oh, a dex.
to use my claws, since they are electric,
Okay.
would it
Hang
just
on, real quick.
Okay.
Let's do this because otherwise we're going to get.
It's electric.
All right.
I mean, I'm obviously not going to take a turn in a while, so.
Yeah. So, but real quick, so we're going to do it this way. Stella, what's your initial response reaction? Are you going to try to undo the ropes? Are you going to try to move? What are you trying to do when you see Salim make his mad rush at the Baron?
I think Stella is gonna kind of have herself turned around, and she's gonna be working at Raylan's binds, back to back, trying to get him untied.
Okay. Give me a I'm just trying to think if I wanted you to use. I feel like you're going to get a little bit of a bonus here because of your general situation. Give me a sleight of hand check. Okay. So that's what you're doing in this moment. Zlatan, what are you doing in this moment?
Well, before this moment, I was trying to untie my binds, but if we're going to blow that off,
Well, no,
I mean,
that's what. Oh, so,
whether or
yeah,
not
that's
that
right. You
was
told me that. So roll on untie your binds. You want strength or
a
dexterity?
dex check,
Dex check. You can do strength or
dex
dex.
check with guidance.
Okay. Okay.
21.
All right. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So my hands are untied before this shit hits the fan.
Yeah. So okay. So that's yep. We're right there. Salim, you did your thing. Raylan, you give me a dex or strength check to help with what Stella's doing on getting you free.
Well, she rolled sleight of hand. She didn't roll to try to get me out, did she? I mean,
She's
because if
trying to
hers
get
was
you out, but
successful,
I gave her let her do sleight of hand because she's she's a rogue, she's a thief, and okay, all right.
well, I mean, she could have been working on her own instead of mine then.
But
But
she
yeah,
chose to work on yours.
gotcha.
So. Okay, Aklis, what are you doing when this is going on?
Aklis is commanding Wadsworth to hop out.
Okay.
Let me see what. Can't do any of that. Basically, he wants Wadsworth to climb over his shoulder and try to untie him because he's in his jacket pocket, like breast
Okay.
pocket.
Okay.
Try to untie Aklis.
All right. So there he is. Okay. Heckle, what are you doing on this free round before we get going?
He is going to try. I mean, Heckle's a very frail, skinny guy. Is he able to like wiggle his legs up, like bend down, like wiggle himself out of these things, or wiggle his wrist? I mean, he's
so you're basically wanting to like contort yourself, get your arms down under your butt and
I
then
mean,
under your legs and up in front of her, or you're just trying to get free of them in general.
I mean, he's very dainty. I mean, if he can just like, he's a dainty guy, very thin. I mean, if he can like slip, like wiggle his wrist, I mean,
Give me a dex check.
oh shit. You know what? I have an inspiration. I'm going to use it for this.
All right.
I got to get free.
I used that on the locks earlier.
Well, I didn't realize it because I had a different sheet at that time. Oy, 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 oy,
That's
oy.
right. Yep.
Hey.
Well, I'll be damned.
Okay, take that off your sheet. I got it. Okay. Oglethorpe. Oglethorpe is going to command Calamus to attempt to unlock or untie him. All right. And y'all, what are you doing? You moved. You said you moved.
Yeah, I'll move
That
up
was
here and
yours.
stand in between, and that's all you'll let me do. If not, I'll try to almost kick that desk over, but that's up to you.
No, you get to do the move. So
Okay, that's fine.
all right. So Raylan is free. Aklis is in the progress. Zlatan is free. Ekel is free. Salim is still tied. Y'all is still tied. Oglethorpe is still tied. And Stella is still tied.
Just so I can visualize it. Am I tied up in front or are my hands like behind?
They're behind it.
Okay.
All right.
Gotcha.
You run. The Baron cries out. And it's the Mastiff's turn first. And
Where is the
What
Mastiff?
The one that just came in from the hallway. I told you guys that they were in the hall.
Mhm.
And he came running through. What's this? He's got 40 feet of movement, so he gets through easily. He sees Salim going after his master, and he's going to try to bite you, and misses.
Are we supposed to have done initiative? Because I have not.
Oh yeah, if you haven't done initiative yet, I told you guys to do initiative, so do initiative.
And where's the Mastiff?
Are y'all not seeing on the map?
No.
No.
Nope.
Oh, there he
Yep.
is.
Yeah, he came in through the hallway, came through Isaac, and actually, Heckle, if you were untied, you could have gotten an attack of opportunity against him.
Ooh, I am untied.
Heckle is
What about
untied.
me?
Oh, that's right, you were untied. That's right. So you can take an
Yes.
attack of opportunity against that mastiff
I am
as he
too.
comes running by.
Kick his
Oh.
ass, Seabass.
He'll use his silver sword.
Yeah, Zlatan, you don't get one because he's still in. He didn't leave range with you.
Okay.
Oh, hey.
That's a hit.
Hi. Shit, for an apple butter.
Minimum damage. That feels right.
Yep.
All right, Stella. Stella.
Yeah. I guess Stella's gonna now work to try to get her hands untied.
Okay.
Um,
Give me a sleight of hand check. All right, and you easily get yourself out of the ties.
okay. And then
Do you
can
want
she?
You can move, and you got a bonus action.
She's gonna grab the dart and have it, the unused dart, and have it readied in her hand.
Okay.
I think that's gonna be her turn.
All right. Oops. And now it is Isaac's turn.
What's he gonna do?
What is he gonna do? Isaac looks at Celine. He looks at the Baron, who is yelling, Isaac, protect me! Protect me, Isaac! Protect me,
Can I
and you
yell
shall
that?
have Stella!
Can I say?
Go ahead.
Can't you see? He sees enemies everywhere. You will be next.
Especially since you're stooping his wife.
He cares for no man but himself, Isaac. Please. He wants you to kill your own brother, your own blood.
All right. Reverend, give me a persuasion check with advantage from the comments from Salim and y'all.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
He comes down here, and he comes to here, and he says, "Brother, please, please, brother, please let's walk away from here. He will kill the Martikovs. We will leave. We will all just leave. But the Martikovs must pay for their crimes. But we, please, Baron, will you let us just leave, please?" And that is his turn.
That's a lot of cards.
Well, he's clearly delusional too, thinking, listening to us and saying that they're not guilty and still being so.
Here comes the other mastiff. And he comes in. And he just knows his master has called for help and he sees strangers. So I'm going to roll a 1 for Oglethorpe, 2 for Raylan, 3 for Atlas, 4 for y'all, 5 for Zlatan, 6 for Miroslav. Because he just knows that something's not right.
5 for Zlatan, 6 for Miroslav.
Oh, 6 for, I'm sorry, 6 for
Heads I win, tails you lose.
So he comes down here and attacks Heckle.
Hey,
13. That is a hit. Man, what's your AC?
12.
Probably 10. Yeah.
4 points of damage, and I need you to give me a strength saving throw.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Hell
And
yeah.
he jumps up on you, bites into your shoulder, and just bears you down to the ground. He is on top of you. You are prone.
Awesome, blossom.
Throwing you around like a rag doll.
I'm gonna hide all these cards for now. Because they are out.
Man, Ted's gonna be gone for the night. We get a TPK.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, my hands are still tied.
No, it's actually
Oh, sorry.
Oh wait, I went right past it. Yep. Okay, there you go. Your turn.
My hands are still tied. I guess.
And Izek is pleading with you to just leave. Let's just leave.
Izek, you still have learned nothing. He is going to try another unarmed attack, I guess, and try to like headbutt him and with his horns.
Okay. So yep, give me an attack roll this time because now you're.
What do you get? What bonuses do you get for an unarmed?
Your strength.
Your strength. All right.
Yep. Yeah, I always just make for all my PCs.
Yeah,
I always just make an unarmed attack mechanic or thing. So 16.
Oh, I didn't drop it on him. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Let me. Where did he go? His AC is. That is a hit. That's a 15. So we're going to call it 1d4 horn damage. I'm going to be generous.
Oh, it wouldn't let me drop it on him. So
Plus your strength.
1 point of damage.
Okay.
You have scratched his forehead.
Plus any bonus to the dice roll, right?
Yeah. Is there any? Is there?
I mean,
the same
it's supposed
bonus?
to be just. It should, yeah, still be the same bonus. It's supposed to be. It's actually unarmed attack. If you don't actually have an unarmed attack, it's supposed to be 1 point plus your strength modifier.
All right. So would be 5 points of damage.
Okay. All right.
Be on the right side of this, Izek. Help us.
All right. Baron pulls out, unsheaths his rapier, and says, "How about you?" Attack Salim. That is an 18 and going to hit. Minimum damage. Just 2 points.
Would you be so kind as to put the Baron on a square?
Yeah, I just kind of had him sitting in his seat, so we'll do it that way.
Oh no, his seat is in 4 squares.
Yes, I know. Yep. All right. Reverend, you are up. You are free.
I believe I am going to. Shit, my pants.
Probably make
so
the
the
mastiffs go away. Just shit your pants.
Yeah. I'm gonna bonus action Shillelagh. And come down here by the door. And I guess I'm gonna swing on him. I wanted to close the door. I'll maybe move again. Tell y'all to close the door.
Yeah, you can. You can.
All right. He's grappled on over there, right?
Yep.
To Heckle.
Mm-hmm.
He does it with his jaws, and that's how he bites. Will I get attack of opportunity if I back up?
Yeah, I don't know. The only way to find out.
Yeah. Let's give it a shot. I want to keep room for y'all to close the door.
Okay. Isaac turns as he hears you walking away, and he raises his axe. And then he stops and he looks back at you, at Celine. Brother, please, don't make me do this.
Can I do one more persuasion since the 20 didn't work?
But he will.
Since I see him not swing at me?
You can, yeah, you can give it again.
Be like, follow that hesitation. You know that we are not bloodthirsty or mad, angry people. You see that he wants to murder everyone that disagrees with him. Shit.
All right.
That was your that was a perception, not a persuasion.
Oh, it was, wasn't it? It was, wasn't it?
So what's your persuasion bonus?
+6. But I thought we always had to re-roll if we did it incorrectly. No, yeah, it's worse.
Even better.
Way better. Way better. I like how everybody's got Atlas dice now.
Yep.
Everybody's got exhaustion. I mean, half the party's got exhaustion.
Speaking of Atlas dice, Atlas, it's your turn.
Yeah. So Wadsworth goes after me, right? So I will be tied for whatever I do? Okay. Just double checking. All right, so Atlas is going to speak to Isaac. And he's going to say, consider where you want to be. Do you want to be with someone who causes the death of innocents, or someone who defends them? And he's going to use his sending and whisper to Isaac, your brother needs you.
Okay, give me a persuasion roll.
Please roll better than 7. 12, hey.
Okay. Anything else?
I'm just shocked and pleased that I'm rolling higher than anybody at all right now.
It don't take much tonight.
So it should be Wadsworth.
Yep.
Right after me, and I want him to untie me.
So Dex check for Wadsworth.
Well, I'll check. There we go. Sorry, I rolled it twice.
It's the first one. So you feel the bonds loosen around your wrists. Zlatan Miroslav.
Zlatan Miroslav. We haven't seen him in a while. But Zlatan Miroslav's shadow's got a mind of his own. And he's not been happy ever since he got incarcerated or apprehended or arrested. He's been biding his time, and the time is now. And Zlatan Miroslav's shadow is going to leap off of his body and zip through this space. He can pass through. He's amorphous. He can pass through undeterred.
Yep.
And he's going after Baron Vargas
So
Vallakovich.
before you do that, I want to ask you, or to point out that as you're looking around the room, you're sizing up the room. You see the Baroness huddled in the corner, startled clearly by what has happened here. She looks terrified, and you see her long, slender neck, alabaster skin, and she has a panic in her eye, and she's breathing heavily. She's very frightened, very scared. And you see the slightest pulse in her neck as the blood is flowing faster than normal, and much more pressure than normal. And that long, slender alabaster neck, all that blood flowing through it, so easy to reach, so defenseless. Carry on.
Doctor, quickly,
All right.
prescribe a beta blocker.
Well, first we'll do the shadow, and then we'll address that. Where is my shadow?
Yeah, well,
I got it.
got it. Yep.
Hell yeah.
That is a hit.
Ooh.
Damn.
And he will do strength drain
Yep.
for 2.
2 points of strength drain to the Baron.
Nice, John.
Excellent.
Oh, he is not a strong guy, despite his size.
Now it's Zlatan's turn. Do you want me to roll some kind of a Constitution check or a Wisdom check, or do you want me to just role play it the way I would?
It's up to you. I think you roll. I've set the situation, and it's up to you to do with that what you will.
All right. Well, he's got the chapped ass pretty good with Baron Vargas Vallakovich, but he is not immune to the scene that you have set. He's also got Ezek and 2 Mastiffs kind of in his grill, and he's next to Henry Heckle, who he's not terribly pleased with at the moment, perhaps. So I'm going to let I'm going to suggest that Zlatan does a Wisdom check, and if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, he will be overcome with his bloodlust and go after Baroness Lydia Provna. But if it's 6 or above, he will not be overcome with his bloodlust.
Okay. Well, what's your bonus on your wisdom rolls?
It's going to be good. So, yeah, that's too high. So we'll say I will do 10.
Okay.
Yeah, because I want to make it interesting. So 10 or less with the bonus.
Oh, I almost went to that 7. Still wouldn't have been enough, though.
Thank God that would have turned it like easy.
So he is going to use his action to cast Moonbeam.
Okay.
With his last 2nd level spell slot. Where did it go? when I put in combat mode, my freaking second level spell slots go away.
Because it says, according to this, you have used them all.
I just clicked
Yeah,
it.
because you clicked the spell first.
Oh, you just
You need
clicked
to click it after. You need to
I
click it
just
after your
clicked
turn.
it.
So, yeah.
Oh,
Unclick
is that the problem? All right,
it.
I'll
Yeah,
unclick
it
it.
clears it off when you're out of spells.
I see. Yeah, so I did. I literally just clicked it.
Okay. There you go.
So I need to drop the con save on him. Is that the way that works? I guess.
He succeeded. You roll a 20.
Okay. All right. So the moonbeam is right on top of him, and that's
Okay.
going to be the end of my turn.
I wish
Does
I
it
had
happen
a
again at the
graphic
start of his turn?
for Moonbeam.
I'm gonna look up moonbeam and remind myself exactly how it works.
All right. Everybody went.
Or starts its turn there. It's gonna have to make that. It's gonna have to make that check again.
Okay. Henry Heckle, you're prone. This dog has got you pinned.
Hey, he is going to try to stab up into
You're not
the
actually
dog.
You're not actually grappled. You can stand up if you want to use action movement. It's just
Yeah, I will.
Your
I'll
flavor.
use
Your
half my
flavor
movement.
pinned.
Yes, I'll use my half my movement to wiggle up and get shimmy up the wall with my
Okay.
back and get back up, and he will use his silver S word and stab at the dog.
Another 2 points of damage. Oh, look at that
Max
max
damage.
damage. Okay.
Nice.
The Mastiffs do not have a lot of hit points.
I think I hear two kids crying. Let me run back here real quick.
All right. So that's his turn. I'm going to change initiative order up slightly. Let's see. Let's do this. Y'all, you're going to get a little bonus from me.
Yeah.
Just for
Anything's better than
play's sake.
zero.
So y'all, your turn.
All right. So does this door swing inward or outward?
These doors swing out because you got bookcases on either side of the door on the inside, so it's got to swing out. These doors are going to swing wide.
I knew they were gonna swing wide.
So it would be. So it would be towards us. No, it'd be the other way. Okay, it'd be the other way.
Yeah, they're out. It opens up out into the hallway.
So these bookcases, are they just one big thing around the room, or are they kind of like sectioned off?
No, it's like big built-in bookcases all the way around the room. They're built into the walls.
Well, hell. I'm gonna go ahead and step up here.
Okay. Mastiff 2 will take a bite of opportunity against you.
Go ahead.
Oops, that's the wrong thing. It's not roll damage yet. Come on, hit.
Oh, I thought it was a 1.
Miss. All right, so he misses as he snaps at your heels.
I'm gonna pull that door, and I'm just gonna try to hold it.
All right,
Hold the door.
I'm just gonna try
hold the
to
door.
use my big build and just block in the door as much as I can.
All right.
I mean, it is his private office. Does it have a lock on the door?
That is true.
There's a keyhole.
Find the key.
Spend the next
I'm
3
just-
rounds looking for the key.
Anything else, y'all?
So question, as my claws are lightning and this is rope around me, what would I have to do to just, flash a bit of that and see if I can't just singe that rope off.
Well,
Didn't know if you would count that as a
does hemp
bonus.
conduct lightning? Let's do a search real quick. Does hemp conduct electricity? I'm guessing that's a no.
Just didn't know if it would be hot enough to at least singe it or make it weak or burn it off. I got some big ass wrists. As a large wolf man.
Clean, dry rope and all other clean, dry polypropylene rope is an insulator. Many other ropes are conductors.
Ah.
Does hemp conduct electricity? Not only is hemp able to conduct electricity, it can be made into materials as hard as steel. It is a valid source of biodiesel fuel. All right, so sounds like hemp can conduct electricity. So since it would conduct electricity, I don't get. I mean, it wouldn't really be.
The higher the resistance, the hotter it would get.
Right.
And they are also claws, so they will also scratch it.
All right. Give me an attack roll against. No, don't give me an attack roll. Just couldn't you just do a strength check or a dex check like a normal person? Come on.
Yeah, and it just gets a plus 2 for the electricity.
Give me a yeah. That's a good idea, CJ. I like that. Give me a strength or dex check, and add +2 to your electric claws.
Zap whammy.
I'm quite exhausted, but 11.
An 11. You smell you smell a little burning rope.
Smells like weed.
It smells a little like the weed, like the ganja.
What the y'all is cooking.
But it's loosening, but it's not completely broken yet. All right, it's Oglethorpe's turn. He's very, very tired. Young man, please, what is happening here? We're going to end it right here. It's 10:03, and we're going to end it right here at Oglethorpe's turn, so Stephen can have agency over his characters. Which cantrip his character is going to cast next week?
Untie on my bonds.
Well, I know he'll get psycho or telekinesis and mind sliver, I would assume.
Yeah. So that's where we'll stop. All right, guys. I really thought we were headed towards a big old giant brawl out in the town square.
I'm glad it didn't devolve to that.
We wanted to bring it inside. And I do want to point out we had 2 viewers that usually join me for the other stream that I do that were here for almost all night.
Well, I'm sorry our music.
Taraka and
sorry the music crapped out.
Isles, thank you all so much for being here. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much. And sorry the music crapped out and that we had such a long pause while I was building that potential combat map. So thanks for joining in. I hope you enjoyed it and come back and see us next time. So we will plan on playing next Sunday. Same Strahd time, same Strahd channel.
All right. Good game, everybody.
Well done.
Sunday.
Yep. See y'all next week.
Another week.
It'll be
another week. Another
7 or
situation
7:30?
we find.
7:30.
Is that the new normal?
Of course, it's 7:30.
It's always been the attempted normal.
It's usually 7:30 or 8, right?
Usually.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Well, everybody.
I think. I mean, there have been a few times we played at 7, but for the most part, it's 7.
Okay.
Maybe
Maybe we did it earlier when it was on a week.